Warning! The following podcast may contain language and subject matter not suitable for all ages or everyone. If you don't like what you're listening to, please press stop. In this episode of the Changwoner Podcast.
I think there would be like a foreigner pub in JinHae though, right? With the naval base in it.
Well, when I first went to JinHae like 3 years ago, every like Friday night or so, there used to be like a group of 10 or 12 foreigners who used to go to like a bar. Before I came here, I used to play poker a lot. I did it for a year, like living just sadly in my mom's house. Just playing online poker. I made quite a good living doing that. So I'd probably give that another shot. Or we've been going to Club XX a lot, getting our tops off and rocking it in there. Do you know Club XX?
No.
You guys need to get yourself there. It's a lot of fun.
But if I'm like out and I want to have some fun, I've been known to drop a lot of bombs and I like my whiskey once in a while. So, how about you, Phil?
Whiskey all day, all night.
Yeah.
Just drink whiskey. I only drink beer to sober up.
I'm at the point now where I'm too lazy, couldn't be bothered.
What about the whole dating scene?
Yeah, if I got some message and said, hey, let's go for drinks, to be like, nah, too tired.
You're tuned in to the Changwoner, the podcast coming to you from Changwon City, South Korea. With your hosts, Scott, Adam, and Phil.
It's the Changwoner Podcast, the podcast that brings you some of the people living and working right here in South Korea and in Changwon City in particular. Once again, I'm Scott. Sitting across from me is Phil. Phil, how's it going?
I'm happy to be here.
And sitting beside him is Adam.
As am I.
And this week we got another guest on the show. We have Ryan Heywood sitting beside me. How's it going, Ryan?
It's going great, man.
Yay. Thanks for coming.
It's going to be fun.
All right, Ryan. So where are you originally from?
I'm from northwest England, a place called Accrington, very small town near Manchester. It's I'm glad I'm not there anymore. It's a terrible place.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
I'm really down. I'm really down on my
tourism
hometown.
director.
Really, yeah. Never go there. But yeah,
I'm gonna
that's where I'm
cancel that trip.
yeah. Haven't been there. I haven't lived there for like 8 years now, so won't be going back.
So when did you originally come to Korea then?
I came to Changwon in March 2013, and since then I've spent like the last 4 years in Korea, apart from a few like trips here and there.
Okay.
But
and have you been in like the Changwon area most of those 4 years? Or
my first year I lived in Palyongdong in Changwon. It's a really good place actually, but my school sucked, so I wanted to get out of there. And
probably my old school.
who knows? And then I moved to JinHae after my first year, and I've been in JinHae ever since.
Yeah, I lived in Palyongdong for 8 years.
Oh, really?
I think I left there in 2012.
It's it's not a bad area. Actually, you used to have a lot of foreigners there, but
I live up near there.
oh, do you?
Yeah.
Once I left, they started building all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It's quite
Get rid of the
just
riffraff.
pissed off. Like just around the corner from my house, they put up a Starbucks and a McDonald's at the other corner, and
They put a McDonald's. That new McDonald's is like right on my street, and as a
up by the train station.
like as a guy who has an affinity for McDonald's, it wasn't the best.
Yeah. Shout out Ben Hearn for busting you out last time.
Also, they put a mum's touch in my building, so like for my my academy. So every day I had to like walk past mum's touch to get home. It was a little bit of a struggle.
Temptation.
It's a little bit of a struggle.
I think I know the school you're at.
Yeah, that Mom's Touch has some killer gosh darn chicken sandwiches.
The wheel wrap, that you have to say it really funny when you order it, but that's pretty elite tier.
So you spent a year in Palyongdong and the rest of the time in JinHae.
Yeah, like now I live really out in the sticks, but I used to live in Sokdong. Do you know Sokdong?
Oh, yeah. Know all about that.
Yeah, nice little area. Now I live.
Adam knows a lot about it.
Oh, really? Why's that?
About Sukdong.
I was about sucking dong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit on the nose.
But
What was your childhood nickname?
I lived near there for a year. I used to work at STX.
STX? You mean the engineering company?
Yeah, the shipbuilding company.
Oh, building ships or?
Yeah. Oh, no, not me, no.
I built many ships.
It was quite a strange place. It was quite dangerous.
What, STX or JinHae?
The rough neighborhoods of Sakdong. Get lost in the alleys.
But it's definitely quiet in JinHae. I could see some people liking it and other people not.
Yeah. So you lived in both Changwon and JinHae.
Yeah.
Could you like tell us, your experiences, like which
Sure.
which you prefer?
No, I much prefer to live in Changwon. Like, one thing I really miss about Changwon is at nighttime when I first came here, like during the week, I could go hang out with people and go for dinner or just get a few drinks or get ice cream or whatever. And
McDonald's or Mom's Touch.
McDonald's or Mom's Touch. But like where I live now, I've only actually seen one foreigner in my area. I don't even think he's a teacher. I don't know who he is, but so now like during the week, I don't see anyone unless I like have to like take the bus into Changwon or.
You think there would be like a foreigner pub in JinHae though, right? With the naval base and everything.
Well, when I first came here, when I first went to JinHae like 3 years ago, every like Friday night or so, there used to be like a group of 10 or 12 foreigners who used to go to like a bar in Sakdong. But I think they just like dissipated over time and everyone just like left. And now I don't know anyone who lives in JinHae except Phil. So, and Brendan, I guess.
Shout out, Phil.
Yeah, shout out. So yeah, I definitely prefer Changwon. But JinHae has a few nice things like the sea is like and the beach. You can walk down there and that's beautiful. They got good hikes, but like, overall for sure Changwon's a better place.
But you're into hiking these days, right?
I say that. I mean, like yesterday I went on my first hike in the last year, so I wouldn't say that.
Did you ever, when you lived in Payeongdong, did you ever go up Payeong Mountain?
I did that.
To the water reservoir?
Actually, I went on a night hike up there and slept overnight. It's a nice mountain, really good view from there. But
the reservoir is nice.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the one that's like between Masan, right?
Yeah, it's usually to get in, you can go up by the Maxim factory.
Yeah, I know what you're on about. That was really close to my house. I actually went there to watch the about 2 years ago. They had a meteor shower in Changwon. I don't know if you remember that. I went there to watch that at night. So cultural.
Were you with someone special?
Yes. No. I was with like two friends.
To someone specials?
Somebody you met in Sakdong?
No. Like, actually, you probably all know them. Harry Pickup and Christy. It's kind of fun. But I couldn't see anything. Like, they were all like, oh my, I think they might have been trolling me, right? Because they were like, we were all like let down, like watching. And then they'd be like, oh my God, did you see that? And I'd be like, no, I didn't see shit. And then they were doing it for ages. So I think they might have been trolling me or my eyesight's really shit. So I'm not quite sure. One of those things.
I don't think they would do that to you, though.
They would definitely do that to me.
Seems like a
I've
mean
never
joke.
seen a meteor shower.
Oh, they're magical.
Are they?
Yeah. We'll go sometime.
You ever seen the Northern Lights? Aurora Borealis?
I have not.
I've seen the photos, but I think they all look photoshopped to me. Like, there's no way it looks like that. But I mean, you might have been there. And
No, I've never seen it actually.
I've seen them.
Yeah?
Yeah, you could see them where I lived in Canada for a little while. Up
Great
in
White
Wawa.
North.
Yeah, it's the top of the Arctic Circle, I guess. But I never saw it with colors. It was just kind of a bit of a white light, but you could hear them. The noise was always loud.
Really?
Like crackle. It's a crackling.
Oh, there's noise.
I had no idea there was noise.
Just blew my mind.
Was it?
Sounds awesome.
It sounds like a crackle, like popcorn. Or
Yeah, just kind of constant crackling.
I don't know if I'd like that. I think that would ruin it for me. I'm just like imagining like, the more you know, something beautiful and it's just like crackling.
I could be wrong about it. My ears might have just been messed up for one winter.
Maybe you were eating Rice Krispies.
Snap, crackling, popping.
Looking up in the sky and eating Pringles.
Which pop?
So you left Korea after your first year?
I've left Korea twice. So first one was after my first year, and I went home because I wanted to watch the World Cup, and then I came back to a job in JinHae.
Wait, so you actually went to the World Cup?
No, I'm too poor for that.
They have TVs here.
No, they do, but it was in Brazil, so like the timing was really terrible, and I wanted to just like not work as well, so I could like, 'cause I'm really into soccer, so.
You mean football?
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. My mom would kill me.
She's not going to listen to this.
Who knows? But yeah, I went traveling and then I went to watch the World Cup and then come back so it was perfect timing. Like I got a job like in JinHae, so. And then the second time was just last year. I went away for like 9 weeks and came back again. So I've been back and forth twice now. So
you've done a bit of traveling?
Yes.
Any great places?
I say the best two places I've been to were Japan. And pretty much everyone
loves Japan.
But it is great. It's a great country. It's really interesting culturally.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
Been there 8 times.
Prove it.
Want me to prove it?
I think I really want to go. I want to spend more time in Japan. I think there's a lot more to be seen than what I saw. I just went to Osaka and Kyoto. And Thailand, can't recommend Thailand enough to anyone. It's my favorite country I've been to. I've been to quite a few countries now. I'd say it's my favorite.
What'd you like about Thailand?
You know what? Just everyone's friendly.
Did you just whisper to me?
No, you just.
I heard ladyboy. Could have been a.
No,
Maybe I've got
Stop
something.
coughing.
I've got something messed up with my ear, but that's what I thought.
I didn't say that, but something along those lines.
Adam's apple.
No, honestly, everyone's really friendly. The food's great, and just like the scenery, and like the water is so clear. It's a little mountainous, like Korea is. Not as much, but it is a little. I don't know. It's just like living the beach island life, that you see on movies and seeing.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's amazing. So
Have you been to any of the surrounding places like Cambodia or Laos? Or
I went.
anything like that?
I'm planning to do that soon. I went to Vietnam.
Oh, I love Vietnam. It's great.
Yeah, Vietnam's great. It's a little more like I went to Ho Chi Minh City, so it was a little more intense.
Okay.
I couldn't like walk to Burger King without getting offered either a hooker or like a motorbike. So like
So how many hookers and motorbikes did you buy?
all of them. Yeah. All of the hookers. But
And all the hookers took off on the motorbikes.
yeah.
Left you high and dry.
No, really though, like it did blow my mind. My first day in Ho Chi Minh, I like woke up and like Burger King was just down the street, so I was just gonna go get some breakfast. I was like walking down the street. I must have been offered like a motorbike or a hooker like at least 10 times, and I was walking like literally like from Old East to
What do you think is safer?
I don't know.
The safer of the options.
Dude, it took me 10 minutes to cross the road the first time I went to Vietnam because I was just like waiting for like some kind of like stoppage in the traffic, but it's just like it's a constant flow of motorbikes.
Yeah, it's tricky. Like you got to walk, but you can't hesitate because if you hesitate, then like
That's when you're dead.
Most likely going to get hit. But if you just like casually like stroll across the street, they'll go around you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like walking into like a
Swarm of fish.
like a swarm, like a school of fish. Yeah.
It's crazy.
So Ryan, if you weren't in Changwon or JinHae, what would you be doing back home?
It's kind of scary to think about actually. But before I came here, I used to play poker a lot. I did it for a year, like living just sadly in my mom's house, but just playing online poker. I made quite a good living doing that. So I'd probably give that another shot. Or believe it or not, I qualified fitness instructor, so I might try and like go into that industry. But it's really difficult to say because I really don't want to be back home. So it's every time I go home, I feel kind of like lost as a person. So I'm not really sure what I would be doing back in England.
Now, when you say fitness instructor, is that like a private trainer or something?
No, that's not. That's like so you can do like 2 qualifications. So the first one is like just basically working in a gym, like giving people inductions. Don't know if that, do you know inductions?
Yeah.
Giving people inductions, and like I also like learn how to teach like spinning classes and like all the like circuit training and stuff like that. But the next level is like personal training, which is where you can like give people like dietary advice and like do one-on-ones and like build up a client base. Like I haven't got that qualification, but
does that relate to physiotherapy at all? Or?
That's like kind of a different thing. Like you'd have to go and do like a completely different course and qualification for that. And like my major was journalism, so I mean I could try and do something like that, but I think I'm not that interested in it. Like halfway through my major, I was like, I don't want to be involved in this industry. I just want to get out of this with a decent degree, but possibly playing poker, being a degenerate.
Do you play online poker?
Actually, you can.
These
like
days?
I do sometimes. I had to like download I installed like a weird app on my computer to be able to play I can play 888 poker on my computer, but I had to like go through some like loopholes to get through it. You can't just download like the interface that you can usually do like if you're in England. But I play every so often. But I also put
5-card or Hold'em.
I play Texas Hold'em, so. I also sometimes play
Blackjack.
I can't think of what it's called. No, it's 4-card. My mind's gone blank.
4-card poker.
No, it's not called 4-card.
What's the most you've ever made? Like,
so I won $5,000 in a tournament.
Oh,
I finished,
awesome.
but I finished third, which sucked because I made a huge mistake in the final table, and I could have won it. I was like the chip lead going into the final table, and the first prize was $20,000, and got to the last 3 and I had the most chips and messed up. But you're still going to be happy with like $5,000.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
What was the buy-in?
The buy-in was $50. So there's a lot of people. There's like 600, 700 people, something like that. It's a lot.
So you won 5,000 and spent 10,000 getting there?
No, definitely not. Actually, I only ever deposited. Like in Korea, I've deposited money, but when actually kind of crazy story, how I got into online poker. I only ever. Do you know what job seekers allowance is? Unemployment. So when I finished doing my fitness instructing, I got signed on for like unemployment bonus. My first unemployment check I put online, and I went into some tournaments, won some money. I never went back down to like sign on because I just like built it up to like a lot of money, and so I didn't lose. A lot of people who are gamblers or gamble, they say like, "Oh, I won this much," but really they're like in debt. But I know this is like you probably don't believe me, but I won quite a lot of money playing poker, but it's not a good lifestyle. So, in my opinion,
So you don't play poker here, obviously,
obviously.
There's no games.
except for online, maybe, like you're saying. But so what do you normally do, like on a night out in Changwon or JinHae or like weekends?
In Changwon, like recently, we've been going to like a place called JinHae. Do you know? JinHae? Yeah. With the it's like the soju and the kiwi soju
the
and the mix. Yeah.
Where's that?
It's next to Thursday Party over in Sangnam.
Okay.
It's kind of a good atmosphere because you're like in a little booth and like play a few games and just talking.
The anju. The food.
Yeah, you have to buy. You get free food and you have to buy some food as well. But
I remember you used to come out for screen baseball a couple times there too, eh?
I did.
I haven't played in ages as well, but
I haven't played either. I like the screen baseball though.
yeah, it is fun.
It's a lot of fun, but it got to the point where like people were just like hitting home runs like every shot. So
Yeah.
It wasn't as much fun at that point, but yeah. And then I've been gonna call out Joey a little bit here. We've been going to Club XX a lot, getting our tops off and rocking it in there. Do you know Club XX?
No.
Yeah.
You guys need to get yourself there. It's a lot of fun.
XX.
It's like 90% guys, but
That's why you take your tops off.
yeah, that's why we take our tops off.
Sangnam as well? Or?
It's insane. It's a cross and Thursday party, but it's a great place. Like,
Okay.
you get free drinks if you're a foreigner. Like, you can literally just walk up to the bar and order whatever you want, and they don't even ask you for the money. You just get the drink. I'm not joking.
Jesus. Is there a cover charge to get in or anything? Or?
There usually is a $10 cover charge,
Okay.
10,000 won cover charge. But like last week, you were with me. Like we just walked in,
I
right?
don't know what you're talking about. I've never been to this establishment in my life.
I know.
I've definitely kept my top on.
Yeah, Phil kept his top on, but
a
actually I
topper.
did last week, so I'm happy with that.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I might hit that place up.
Club XX
You
is
definitely
great.
kept your top on because it was like stained.
Yeah. It's like just full of like my new white top is full of like cranberry juice. It's great. How about you, Adam? What are you doing in
When
nightlife?
I go down the town, I usually just come down to Jeongdong and hit up OB's or Next Bar or something like that.
How about you, Scott?
I don't go out that often anymore, but usually probably this area, whether it's upstairs at O'Brien's or Next or IP, or if I'm, let's say, a little bit drunk, I might end up at Biscacci once in a while, but...
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Biscacci.
But I try not to go out too often these days. Came out last night. So I shouldn't have, but that was for Paul's birthday, so
You did the shot,
I did shots.
the one shot.
Fireball. Tastes like water. But yeah, shots really don't have any effect on me until the next day.
Shots are never a good idea. Like they seem a good idea at the time, but they're just it's not value for money. And it's
Jaeger bombs, like how easily they go down.
Yeah,
and the next
yeah,
day
yeah.
you're just like, oh my god.
It's like you're paying twice. You pay for the shot, and then the next day you're paying for it.
It's like you're borrowing happiness from the next day.
And I do get drunk faster, obviously, but I just mean the next day is quite a bit worse for me.
God's hungover. So Ryan, what's your drink of choice these days?
pre-drink, this right here. Mango,
What is that?
mango and soju.
Oh.
Like buy a big like. It's
Do you
probably
get the flavored soju?
I don't. When it first came out, I used to drink it a lot, like the peach and the blueberry. But honestly, it gives you the worst hangovers. I think, at least I think so. It's like
Sugar?
too much sugar, and I don't think it tastes that good actually. Like I'd much prefer to just use like John Day regular soju and mix with the mango, or like banta juice. Do you know about banta juice?
What's that?
You
Is
guys,
this
you
something
guys-
you invented?
It is. You guys need to try banta juice, by the way.
What is it?
Do you know like the peach? It's like peach milk they have in the CUs and the
Oh,
GS.
yeah.
So it's like it's a third soju. It's like just less than a third of a hot six, and then like the rest is like peach milk. And you mix it up, and it's a great cocktail. And
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
honestly, it
This
tastes.
is a proprietary cocktail. Like, are you owner and CEO?
how did
Yeah,
you,
man,
discover, how did
I
you
know.
discover this concoction?
I don't know, right? I was at a party in Masan, and I was drinking just like with the peach and the soju, because like that's just like a natural thing. And then I decided to just like, you know what, I need a bit of I need a bit of energy, and just put a bit of hot six in there, and it increases your banter. Like it's a scientifically tested thing. So
you're like, oh, I made a magical elixir.
yeah, when you drink it, you just like you become like a more interesting person.
Oh, that's cool.
Better, you have a better time.
All right, and how about
Like in a club or in a bar.
Yeah.
In a club, in a bar. Sadly, I do drink my blue drinks. Adios, motherfuckers.
Mhm.
And they're so dangerous, but
Do you know what's in that?
I don't know what's in that. Like, I mean, there's something blue in it, and I guess vodka's in it, but I don't really know.
Somebody was drinking that last night. I think I had a sip of it. It tasted pretty good.
How about you, Adam?
Me?
What's your drink of choice?
Well, pre-drinking, I usually hit up like those, at CU, you get like 4 tall cans for like $10. I'll get into those. And then when I get to the pub, like, I usually try and keep it like, if I'm like if I feel like, on the verge of being like too drunk, then I'll just stick to like Corona or something, like something really light, almost like a beer that's just kind of like, almost like water. But if I'm like out and I want to have some fun, then I've been known to drop a lot of bombs, and I like my whiskey once in a while. So how about you, Phil?
Whiskey. All day, all night. Just drink whiskey.
Man.
I only drink beer to sober up.
Really?
Yeah. If you see me drinking beer, it's because I've had too many whiskeys.
Do you know, think like I can't drink beer all night. It makes me sleepy. Like I if I drink like more than 3 beers, I start getting more and more tired and want to just go home. It does get me drunk, but not like
Some people
it's a
get
different kind of drunk.
Some people get too bloated, I think, as well.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Is there any shots someone could buy you if they ever saw you out at the bar?
or
They're trying to get your number.
I don't know. I'm probably just like order me like in OBs just to be like a number 69. Like I don't know what it is, but they light it on fire and it tastes good. Like I'm not sure the name.
B-52, isn't it?
It might be, but they light it on fire and then blow it out. And
I have a funny story about those. This was years ago. I was in a pub and my coworkers were there, 2 females, and I was like, I'm going to buy them a B-52 shot. So I bought it, and they lit it on fire at the bar, and I picked them up, and I was walking to the table being like, hey girls, I got you some shots, and somebody bumped into me, and the flames set my hands on fire. So I had to like set down the shots, and I'm like fucking banging my hands on the table. And then I was kind of like, ta-da!
yeah,
I just got myself on fire.
Yeah.
in OBs we spilled one time. And it's only the alcohol burning, but like there was like flames on the bar. It's kind of exciting.
The danger.
Mm.
Some people, you're supposed to blow it out.
Yeah,
before you
they don't taste good at all, but it's just like the whole thing of it. It's like
The
if I'm going to do a shot, like let's at least have a little bit of excitement about it, like like get a bit of fire.
Yeah.
I'm notoriously bad at taking shots though. Like one time, like we had a bit of a race with like Jaeger bombs, and like I was doing it with like 3 guys, and like they always used to give me stick about how like I can't take a shot. So I was like so determined to like win the race, but like I managed to pour like half the shot down my top. Like it was like maybe even like 3/4, and I still lost.
Sounds like a curious drinking problem you have.
I can't drink fast, but
You guys ever played Flip Cup?
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah.
It's good fun. Man.
That is real fun.
Well, because every time we play darts, you always want to play for shots.
Yeah, it's because I always win.
But you don't like shots. What's
No,
the deal?
it's not I don't like them. I just I like them if they're free, like. So also like if you play, one thing I like to do on a night out in Changwon is or just anywhere really is when I'm like pre-drinking or just like not at the end of the night but like during the night is I like to do something like a little competitive and drink. I think you like rather than just like sit around and just talk. But who does it?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just like a good way for me to get drunk. I think like play some darts or like kind of like competitive talking game, like vocabulary games, or anything that's just like competitive. I'm a competitive person, so I think it's just more interesting that way.
What's better, your dart skills or your pool skills, your billiards?
I like darts by far. Like I'm not good at pool. I have like these moments where I'm good.
Are you any good at beer pong?
I like to think so. I won a beer pong tournament in Biscacci, so
I'm so bad at that game.
yeah. I heard rumors about like 2 weeks ago. You like
that was terrible.
You were playing with like Vinny, and you like
Vinny, like Paul Roberts, like messaged me. He's like, "You want to play beer pong?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not any good." And he's like, "Yeah, but this guy needs a partner." And I was like, "You got to warn him because I'm really bad at this."
He didn't warn him.
Yeah,
you can't be as bad as me.
It got to the point where he's kind of like looking at me like, and he's giving me like, you know, like, a look, but he's kind of like, "We can do this, man." And I'm like, no, we can't.
We don't really play beer pong in England, so like I played it a couple of times in England, but like came here and like so much of the foreign communities now is North American, so I got used to playing it, and I don't know. I think it's like it's a transferable skill from like basketball a little bit. I think so.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It's kind of similar to darts. If you
as well as it's a little similar to darts as well. Like you got a light object in your hand and you're like aiming for a target.
So how about let's switch gears here. Let's talk about dating in Korea. Have you dated a lot here? Or?
Yeah, quite a lot. I don't know what's good. I had a long-term girlfriend like last year for like a year and a little over a year, but we broke up in October, and then I've been abusing Tinder since then. So I think dating here is a lot better than dating back home. Like there's a lot of nice girls here.
Okay, yeah.
Do you normally go out with Koreans or foreigners?
Well, like there's not that many foreigners here, you know, like it's a little difficult. So usually like I've been dating Korean girls.
How's your Korean?
Amazing.
Amazing. You know some words.
I know some words. I know some phrases. I know to say like cute in Korean. That gets me far. It's
How's
like,
that?
귀엽다? That might actually be how you describe like a dog, but
귀엽다.
Yeah, I'm not really sure which is the correct term because like they're used for different things, right? Like 귀엽다, 귀여워, like and 예쁘다
is pretty.
Yeah. So
예쁘다.
Yeah, but like I actually find that the Korean girls like that I'm not that good at speaking Korean. Like when I like try and speak Korean to them, and they clearly can see that I'm terrible at it. Like it's kind of funny to them, and kind of works as like an opener.
What's your ideal date with a Korean woman in Changwon?
My ideal date?
Yeah, like would you like dinner and a movie or what?
No, like I like to because like movie for me, like I don't think movies are a good date.
How's that?
At least not for a first date.
There's no interaction.
There's no interaction. There's no like talking, so you don't really get to know the person. And like I don't know, like you're just sat next to somebody, right? I could be sat next to a stranger and watch the movie. Like it's
it's a point. Yeah.
I don't ever take girls to a movie on a first date. So I would much prefer to like go for like ice cream or coffee and then like walk around the park or like something like that. Just something where you can like converse and get to know the person.
What classy?
That is definitely not the word used to describe me, but
you're old fashioned.
I'm old fashioned, yeah. But I don't know. What's your opinion, Phil? Like, what do you think?
Well, I don't date much, so I'm not the one to talk about this subject.
How about you, Adam? What's your ideal first date?
Oh yeah, I'm actually on the same boat as you. Like, it's good to talk to people and stuff. I like to take them to the ice rink.
Actually,
there's an ice rink? Oh yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
But I'm just terrible at ice skating.
That's my place.
Yeah, ice rink.
I think we talked about it before on here.
Yeah.
I love because most of the girls aren't very good skaters.
Okay.
So they have no choice but to latch onto you.
There you go.
Yeah, seriously.
That's brilliant.
Some physical contact there.
Yeah.
Or,
some thinking behind that.
You got to hold them up.
A little bit of nefarious
It's almost
thinking.
like dancing.
Yeah.
Type thing.
But I'm one of those guys that has to go around the side. Like, I can't go to the middle of the ice rink. But
Yeah, it helps if you can skate. If you're both bad, it's a different story.
But that'd be funny though, right? I think that would
and
work
it's cold, so I'm kind of like a naturally sweaty person.
Mm.
So there's a double, because you have to wear extra layers, and I look better with more clothes on me.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because the ice rink there, the helmets don't fit me.
Oh, really?
you have to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
You have to wear gloves as well.
That
I
seems
didn't know
special.
I don't think so.
Oh, you have to
Man,
wear
what
gloves,
is it
I'm
with
pretty
Korean
sure.
like stuff like that? Like,
But they let me go. I don't have to wear the helmet.
Okay.
At least last time I went.
Do you have a large head?
Yeah.
Wow. What's that hat? What size hat do you wear?
I have no idea.
Wow. It never doesn't go that high.
Hats have sizes, do they?
Yeah.
Fitted hats.
I have about 40 to 50 hats at home, and I say 5 of them, that's it.
Yeah. Really?
I buy a lot of hats online and
Can't buy hats. Brain's too big.
Too hot. But I like the ice rink.
Ice rink's a good date. Humor is like, obviously, at least I think is like the best way to like meet. Like when you're like first on a date with a girl, you want to make them laugh. So like, let's say the ice rink, you've got like the like common humor of like falling over, or, like struggling at something. I think it's a really.
And you mentioned Tinder. We talked about Tinder on here recently. And like, so what's like your opening line on it for like a Tinder?
So like I've got like a. Actually, I shouldn't say this on here.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
You're going to bust him out, man.
Shit, man. You know, like, all right,
No,
mate. So,
no,
no.
I want a copy.
So, like, I'll be honest. I think, like, the, like, social dating scene, like, it's got to the point where you can't just say hi to someone anymore. Like, if you just, well, I would never do that anyway, but, like.
Write this down. Don't say hi.
No, seriously, though.
Do you say goodbye?
You can't just say hi or, like, hi, how are you? Because they just won't reply. They just won't reply. So, like, I have, like, a few lines that I go to that I send to like girls, and it depends on if they're like if they're foreign or Korean. God, would you type? This is really bad for me. Like,
would you type
share them, or you can tell me?
I can tell you. No, I can tell you. It's so like the ones I send is it says Tinder says that we would have beautiful children, but I think we should at least do a dinner first before we start working on the model the future models of Korea.
Oh,
it's something like that, right? I mean,
it's pretty sly, man.
That is pretty sly.
Yeah,
and that works.
That works a lot.
Of the time. That works all the time.
That works a lot. And I got another one which is like I send it to like Korean girls. It's like, oh God, I'm gonna sound like such a scumbag.
You're not.
Oh my God. Come on. So it's like, you're so cute. I'd like to knit as matching sweaters with a winky face, and then like.
Have you ever done the couple clothes?
I haven't. One girl actually brought me like we were dating for like maybe like we went on like 5 dates maybe, and then she like came to my house with like a like couple sweater, and I was like, that's not getting worn. Like I respect like the every like cultural difference. Like I'm cool with it, but I'm not going to be wearing.
You're not couple sweater material.
I don't think necessarily look bad. It's just not my thing, you know. Like,
so did you just like douse it in gasoline and set it on fire in front of it?
I just like I put it on a little coat hanger in my like in my wardrobe and just left it there.
Never worn.
Never got worn. Never got worn.
Was it just an ugly sweater? Or?
It was like quite similar to what you've got on.
Oh, come on. I got my Wu-Tang.
No, it was like a red. It was like a red. It was like this, what I've got on now, but it was like red. So, but less cool.
So you're saying my clothes are not cool? Okay.
No, like, well.
That's all the time we have.
That's actually sometimes how I look for girls here. I see the couple shirts in the store, and I'll buy the men's one. Yeah. And just put it on and just walk around.
Just walk with them?
No, just walk around wearing that and try to find a girl wearing the opposite shirt.
What if,
like, hey, look.
What if she's with a guy and you're just like, she's mine?
It doesn't matter. Like you said, text messaging, for me, if I was on Tinder, I would just send,
Hi. Tinder's such a great invention. I wish it was.
I haven't used it yet.
Oh, really?
Might as well try it soon, seeing everybody's been talking about it.
I just deleted it this week.
Oh, really?
It's not my style. You need to know me. You know, like there's some things that can't be conveyed in an app.
It is really superficial. Like it is really superficial. Like people, like they have like that little bio thing that's like you got to write something about yourself. Like I'm not gonna lie.
I don't
read those.
I find like 9 times out of 10.
What does yours say?
I don't even know. I wrote something up. I could go check it. My phone's over there.
I find like 9 times out of 10 Korean girls they'll be like, I just looking for a friend, no hookups.
Yeah, but it's not true. It's not true.
Yeah, that's just kind of like a facade.
The worst are like the girls who like have on there is like, oh, I'm just on here for a friend. Like for like trying to help my friend hook up. Like, have you not seen those?
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of those.
Like,
yeah.
Are you kidding? Who are you trying to kid? Like, I don't know, but
who you trying to kid? You want the D.
But Tinder's a great invention. I like that the social stigma about it has gone as well. Like I remember maybe like
there's a stigma.
No, but there isn't. But there was. Like I think there was definitely a stigma about like internet dating like 5-10 years ago. I would 100% say that. Like people if you mentioned that, like people ask you like where did you meet your girlfriend or where did you meet her, and if you were like, oh, I met her online, like they'd be
everyone lies about that.
They would look at you and be like,
That's true. There was a stigma attached.
But like, if I like met like a girl now, and like she was like a girl off Tinder, and then I brought her to like O'Brien's, and you guys were like, "Oh, where did you meet her?" I'm like, Tinder. You wouldn't like pull your face.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't bat an eyelash.
You wouldn't think anything about it.
That's fine.
So
depends. If she's hot, I'd probably pull my phone out, get on Tinder, and look for her.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing tomorrow?
We'd have beautiful children.
yeah, it's a good line, man. You should try it.
I think I might pull that out of the rabbit's hat.
It's
today.
like
It's the exact same line.
The rabbit's hat? Doesn't the magician have that?
Yeah.
The magician's hat. Pull that rabbit out.
Illusions, Adam.
it is like the line that
I
like,
always
most
screw
successful.
up cliches.
I think they're more endearing.
But I think like it's the most, it's like kind of the most efficient way to like get with like girls, because honestly, I've tried it before. Just say like, "Hey, where are you living? Like, where do you live?" And like just like natural like conversation starters, and like it just doesn't go anywhere, and it just doesn't. It makes you seem like boring as well. So I think you have to like make someone interested. You have to like create that.
Right?
You have to like create the interest.
Yeah, like the "Hey, how are you doing?" is just what are they going to say? "I'm good. How are you?" I'm good too.
How are you?
Yeah.
But like sometimes, like
Still good.
Like 95% of the time, like the guy opens on Tinder, like so, like he like starts the conversation off. Sometimes
Has anyone started?
yes, they have. Like the girls have started conversation with me, but they like literally just send hi, and I'm just like, what do you want me to say to that apart from hi? And then where does that go? Like so, like yeah, usually like if girls do start a conversation, they just say like hello or like how are you? Like so. They need to up their game.
It'd be funny if you hooked up with a girl on Tinder and it was just like the whole communication was just emoticons, like emojis.
And like you're still talking, but like face to face.
There's no words, just emojis.
Poop emoji, poop emoji.
I don't know about you guys. I feel like so out of the loop about how the dating scene works back home now. But like, I feel like now, like when I'm messaging like a girl from like Korea or like just in Korea now, I definitely send like loads of emojis and like loads of gifs and like things like that. But I don't remember doing that when I was back home. Maybe I don't know what
Yeah, that's true. I didn't at all.
I don't remember seeing like little like rabbits doing stuff. And,
I used to look down on the smiley face. I used to be like, no smiley face, you know. But like now, it's like we send them all the time, like you know.
That's ironic.
They didn't have smartphones last time I was home, so didn't matter.
And that was time zone.
Anyway, I'm at the point now where I'm too lazy. Couldn't be bothered.
What about the whole dating scene?
Yeah. If I got some message and said, "Hey, let's go for drinks," to be like, "Nah, too tired." Just come over here.
Yeah. Can you bring a pizza?
I just don't want to go out anymore. You know what I mean?
On a deeper level though, like I do find that the whole dating scene right now is like kind of sad. It's like you're like kind of playing a game the entire time. Like I think is you have to like kind of project to be someone that you're not, just to like create interest with people. So sometimes like I don't know if I'm going about the wrong way.
This is hitting too close to home for me. Like,
Oh yeah.
No, but
I'm
like
just an empty shell.
But like I honestly I don't want to like say to girls like like all these like crazy like fancy lines and like things like that. I'd rather just be like, "Hey, how are you?" But like you just can't do it. That to me though, that's kind of like a sad thing.
It is nice though, like the first few months when it's like the honeymoon phase, but then after that, once you start to like find out the little things that you don't like about her and the things that she doesn't like about you, and then like the arguments come up, and it's just like, I just want to do the honeymoon phase. Like after 4 months, you should just be like, "All right, I found something that really annoys me about you, so let's just fucking call it quits, or this is going to be a disaster," you know?
Yeah.
I know that sounds pretty dark, but like
It's just like you leave the toilet seat up one time and then
no, it's got to be something. It's got to be something seriously, like you know, like dating someone who's like a compulsive liar, which it's just happened to me. You know? Like she'd lie to people, and I'd look at her and be like, "That's not true," but you can't call them out on it in front of your friends. You know?
So Ryan, you said you're not into the like going to the movie and stuff because there's not really any communication going on.
Just for a first date.
Right, but what happens if you go out with somebody who doesn't speak any English at all? Do you just walk around the park calling her cute?
I get in my group chat and like this actually happens, right? It's kind of like bad, but if I'm talking to like a girl who has really limited English and she like messages me sometimes like in Korean, I'll like send it to my friend like Joey or Nick and like get them to like translate a little. Yeah, shout out Joey and Nick. Get them to like translate a little bit for me. But
you're
like
talking about Joey from England.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he lives in my neighborhood. I saw him yesterday. Actually.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, he's
actually.
really nice. Yeah.
I shouldn't say that online. He's a terrible guy.
He's a son of a bitch.
Yeah. But
He kills puppies.
he studied
Puppy graveyard.
He's got a Korean girlfriend, so he started studying Korean, so he's quite good now. But my Korean's pretty bad for like just for the time I've been here. I don't think it's bad like for the overall foreign community, but to answer your question about if they don't speak good enough English, then I'm not really interested in them as like a long-term like partner, if I'm being honest. Communication is so important when you're like with a girl.
It is key.
It is like if you not necessarily to like sleep together. It's not that big of a deal about communication. But like if you're gonna like go like to a restaurant, like what are you gonna do? Like sit there and just like smile at each other? You need to be able to talk, you know. So.
Yeah. Or else you're both gonna be staring at your phones and you're gonna be like that fucking pathetic couple that you see in a coffee shop. Like, what the hell are you guys doing together? You know.
That's my style.
Yeah,
that's my dream.
Maybe it works for some people. Maybe it works for some people.
I prefer girls that I can't communicate with. Don't like to talk. Yeah.
As a host of a talking podcast, I don't like to talk.
You can't argue.
But that's fine though. So like that's fine.
You keep looking at me every time you say that.
Some people like love that, you know, just the whole like it's a sex or just like we don't need to like communicate so much, and it's kind of a superficial relationship in my opinion. But
would you ever consider like settling down, getting married to a Korean, and living in Korea forever?
I'm kind of anti-marriage. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
I'm on the same boat, man.
It's like a really deep conversation if you want to get into it. But I think marriage is definitely not that beneficial for a guy, and like I don't think it's a natural. Like I think it's like something that was socially constructed, and it's not something.
Like religion.
Yes, exactly. But I think like people are like forced into like this thing where like if you're not married, like you're going away from like the norms of society. But I think there's nothing for me different between like living with a girl and being married. The only thing is like you've got a piece of paper and it just makes it harder to break up. Like to me, I don't see any pros to being married. Apart from maybe just having a little bit more like of a commitment, but it's on paper. And then, I don't know. So no, the answer is no, probably. How about you?
How about me? What?
Like the same question you asked me.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
You get married?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, like a younger me would have been against marriage, but now I just have this crippling fear of dying alone. I don't want to be.
But everybody dies.
Everybody
dies.
I don't want to
alone.
be.
You don't die together.
In my cat, like
you know, when you die,
murders me or something. Yeah. No, I want someone to be there and watch me die. You know, that's the dream.
Yeah,
watch me die.
I get that.
You better watch me die, bitch.
How about you, Scott? What's your thoughts on marriage?
What's your positive outlook on this?
I don't think I'll ever get married. Don't want to, really.
What's your why is that?
I prefer to be alone.
Yeah?
I can't live with people, whether it's, female or male or roommates or...
Just kind of nihilistic.
I've just been on my own for so long. I just prefer...
Yeah?
Stuck in your ways.
Once again, I don't like to talk, so...
You don't like to talk?
No. So there's no point in having somebody there that's just going to yap at me, too.
I do get that.
And I think I'm a little too...
Have you ever lived with a girl before?
Relaxed. I've had girls that won't go away. You literally got to push them out the door by one point,
Yeah. You got to get that...
They just hang around.
What do you do if you have a woman in your house and you want her to leave, but you can't just
take as many photos as I can
of her? What? What you say?
Just saying it's a rare occasion. So.
I'm just like, like this bus is really good to get to your house. Like this 100 will take you home perfectly. Like it's only a 30-minute bus. Like, can we
bus?
If it's a
I'll pay for a taxi.
If it's a Korean girl, you can learn this one.
Go home.
Gotta. Should I say that out?
It means get out.
Oh, really?
Gotta.
Yeah. Okay. Piss and get a drink.
So, Ryan, how long are you planning on sticking around in Korea this time around? Any plans?
Yeah, like my plan is, but things change so fast in Korea and in life generally, so you never really know. But my contract finishes in the middle of September. I definitely won't be extending my school or staying in JinHae after that. I'm open to moving to Busan or maybe to Seoul, but I will definitely take like an extended break and go traveling and go home and see my mom and dad, because I've only seen them for like a few weeks in the last 3 years, which is
perfect.
Which is it's a little I was thinking about it a lot when it comes to, in terms of like, my grandparents all died like a few years later than what my mom and dad's age is right now. So I want to spend more time with them. Like, I'm not saying it's like I'm obviously like, it's not, they're not like correlated, like, but so I want to spend a little bit of time at home. Yeah. So I don't really want to spend like their dying years like just like away from them. So I want to spend a little time at home, and then my plan is to like March next year go to Vietnam and work there for a little while. But I'm also open to coming back to Korea if I can find a good job in Busan or Seoul.
Would you teach anywhere else?
Maybe Changwon as well.
Any
like
other countries? Or?
Yeah, that's why I like moving to Vietnam and teach, maybe.
But you're pretty much sold on Korea.
Yes. Like I think Korea's got so many like positives. Like there's so many pros to like working here. We got so many benefits. There's like a really good, I can count on one hand the amount of people I didn't like when I've lived here in Changwon. So it's like there's a really good foreign community here. The only reason I'm thinking of moving countries is because I want to take myself in my comfort zone, which I've found myself in a little bit lately.
And you're running out of girls on Tinder?
Yeah, those swipes. There is no one in your area. That happens a lot. That's because of where I live, though.
Wait, when I bras are knitting sweaters.
When I went to Seoul, it was crazy, man. I was like, I like set my like radius to like 5 kilometers, and there was this like a plethora of like hot girls in like a 5 kilometer radius. I was like, why am I not living right here? But yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say. I think things change so much. Like you meet people, and like your like emotions and like your plans change. So we're living like an expat lifestyle. Like it's very difficult to say what's going to be like going on in like a year's time. But the next 6 months will be here, and then after that I'm going to take a short break. And if I can find somewhere good or some like great opportunity in Changwon or Busan or Seoul, then I'll take it.
All right, everyone. So that's been today's podcast, and thanks for listening. Please like us on Facebook and subscribe, and any comments, if you like what we talked about, if you didn't like what we talked about, every comment is welcome. Thank you so much, and
thanks, Ryan, for coming by.
Yeah, thanks.
I enjoyed it.
Good chat.
I enjoyed it.
All right, everyone. This has been the Changwoner. Over and out.
Thanks for tuning in to the Changwoner Podcast. Stay tuned for our next episode.